Right, bit of a cock up on my part this week. I had intended in showing you how to fit the British Customs Predator Pro Shorty silencer to the T120, something that I've really been looking forward to doing. However, I got the T120 taken apart, and when it came to getting the new silencers ready for fitting, I discovered that I didn't have the graphite seals that are required for actually fitting them, so I couldn't go ahead with it. Now, I wasted half a day on this, and then I had to put the T120 back together again so it was fit for riding, so it's left me really short on time. Now, I've had the Olight H2R Nova headlight in for review for quite some time, and I thought maybe this was the ideal opportunity to get on with that. Now, the review that I did a few months ago for the M2R sort of got a mixed response, so I have been a little bit hesitant in actually doing this review. Perhaps, you know, what's happened was for the best because it's forced my hand. Now, we are smack in the middle of the camping season. I do have some other camping related items coming up in future weeks. Now, Olight are a company that supply high quality portable lighting devices for tactical, military and police use, as well as for the leisure market. All those that I've seen so far, this lamp included, are what I would say is sort of tactical stroke scientific quality. It really is top quality gear. Now, as I've said, this is the Olight H2R Nova headlamp, and it reminds me of those ex-military torches that used to be in circulation when I was a kid, in that it's sort of a periscope design. Olight's packaging is really good. It's premium packaging. It's the sort of thing that you expect to see when you buy a high-end cell phone. Now, the H2R Nova is waterproof to IPX8 standard, and I think that means that it can stand submerged 1 metre underwater for up to half an hour. It has an XHP 50 LED emitter. It's rechargeable by means of the wireless charging cable that comes with it. Olight say that it will run for a total of 45 days, although I would presume that is on the lowest moonlight setting. And they state that it has a throw of 153 metres. Now, it comes complete with the lithium-ion rechargeable battery, and I would mention that they do state it should be fully charged before first using it. The other amazing thing about this light is that Olight claim that it kicks out an amazing 2300 lumens. Now, that is way up and above a 60 watt high beam headlamp territory. The particular one that they sent through to me was the cool white version, and I'm referring to the actual wavelength of the light that it emits here, which is between 5500 and 6500 degrees Kelvin. So it's somewhere in the region of midday sunlight. Now, the body of the torch itself has a really nice solid high quality feel to it. It looks to have been CNC machined from billet aluminium. The lens itself is some sort of crystal glass, and I presume that's because the heat that it produces would be a little bit too much for a plastic lens. It has one single operation button on the top, which is a multifunction button, and it also comes with the obligatory belt clip that I saw on the M2R a few months ago. Now, this unit comes with a 3-way adjustable head strap. I believe you do have to remove the belt clip from the torch before it'll fit into the head strap, which is a simple rubber sort of clip-on strap affair. The interesting thing about this head strap is the actual mount itself is also magnetised, which could come in handy for doing repairs on your bike if you don't want to wear it on your head. You can simply attach it to a ferrous metal part on the bike and it'll hold it in place, and you can angle it how you want it. The strap itself does look really nice quality. All the actual adjustment buckles themselves are made from some sort of nylon, and on the whole it does continue the high-end feel of this torch in general. Now, the wireless charging unit that comes with it does seem to be very similar to the one that I got with the M2R a few months ago. It's a magnetic affair that automatically attaches itself to the base of the torch when you're charging it. Now, it doesn't come with the actual wall charging unit, you simply get the USB cable, but most of us have a wall charging unit available in the house these days. Now, as I said, the button on the top is a simple multi-function button. It's one click to turn the unit on, and then holding that button down will allow it to cycle through the various strengths of the beam. from Moonlight up to Turbo, which is the full 2300 lumens. Now I do advise caution with this particular torch, especially if you're wearing it on your head. I blinded myself temporarily several times while I was filming this, and it is so intense that it does take a few minutes for your eyes to recover. Now Olight state that it has a lockout function on it, and this enables you to fix it on one particular strength beam so that you don't inadvertently change it. And as a finishing touch, 3 sharp presses will put it into SOS mode. Now I suppose this could come in handy for people that are into sort of extreme outdoor pursuits. It's a pre-programmed SOS signal which will just continue to play through until you cancel it. Now if you have a metal plate in your head and you're worried that the magnet in that head strap is going to crush your brain or something, the magnet can be removed, and Olight do provide you with some packing and a spare foam pad to replace it with once you've taken the magnet out. Now I should add that this operates with a sort of a flood beam which is not adjustable. So unlike the focus beam that you get with the M2R, you get a much wider spread with this particular torch. Now I know in the last video that I did on the M2R there were a lot of people complaining about the price of the M2R, and this is only slightly cheaper. Looking at the build quality of this, the length of time that the battery will last under normal use, and the general sort of robustness and feel of it, I've got little doubt that a torch like this is going to last you a lifetime. I dare say that this could be the last torch you ever buy. It's like everything else in life, you get what you pay for. This is a high-end lighting instrument. It's not simply an expensive torch. At the end of the day, I remember paying £30 or £40 for a standard D-cell mag light 30 years ago, which had nothing like the power or capability that this torch has now, and it comes in a pocket-sized package. Quality always costs. That's just a fact of life. Personally, I don't think the price is unreasonable. This is not going to be a sort of an impulse buy for most people. I appreciate that. But if you're one of those people that like the best of the best, I think this is got to be one of the likely candidates. I did try this torch out in the dark outside when I first got it, and I would say it gives you a usable beam of about 100 meters throw, with a spread that's only slightly narrower. I do think as a head torch and a multi-use torch, this is a worthy addition to anybody's camp kit. It would also make a good addition to your onboard toolkit if you have the space and you can afford it. I will leave a link to Amazon for this particular torch for those that are interested. Thanks once again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful. If you have enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will be back next week, so until then, please ride safely, enjoy the warm weather, and I'll see you next time.